Hey, it's meteorologist Mike Tsolinas on this Saturday in the valley. Very humid. Boy, it's just been awful the past couple of days. And when it's humid here, of course, we usually get the showers and thunderstorms that will at least develop somewhere close to home. In this case, a strong shower has developed out of the Spring Range Mountains rather early in the day. By 10 o'clock, this shower had really soared to great heights. We have not heard a rumble of thunder yet, so without looking at radar and being able to see any kind of lightning, I would say at this point it's just a shower. But lots of folks ask me, Mike, how do you know if something out over the mountains will move into the valley? Well, I'll tell you, that is the most difficult thing to do as a meteorologist here in this valley. And every summer, honestly, with as much training as I've had, always at least once or twice I would get burned in the summer, and that would happen to me. And I would say on the air, hey, they're going to stay out over the mountains, and the next thing you know, they're moving off the mountains. So here's how thunderstorms work. They work off an updraft. Now, the mountains are most prone to the updrafts. Why? Because when the sun comes up early in the day and it heats up the top of the mountains are so high in elevation that the air is very cold up there. So it's very easy to get an updraft forming as the warm air generated by the sunshine's energy lifts up off the mountains and quickly condenses. We start to see an updraft. Now, typically speaking, the second rain starts to fall down that updraft, the thunderstorm gets choked off and dies, which is why most often it rains over the mountains and doesn't make it into the valley. However, one tip that you can use is I'm going to scan off the mountain and show you where those tiny ice crystals off the tops of the thunderstorm are being blown to. You see that? Way out over the south and western portions or south and eastern portions of the valley. Because of that, that's kind of a tip as to the upper level flow that may steer that thunderstorm off the mountains. The key, though, even though you see that and say, well, okay, it's going to move out over the valley, is that if that thunderstorm is choked off in terms of the updraft, before it gets a chance to move off the mountain, it's stuck right there and dies out over the mountains. So even though you have a tip that the upper level flow is out over the south and eastern portions of the valley, that doesn't mean it's going to go there. So it's kind of a crapshoot. But that's what's happening with that thunderstorm over the Spring Range Mountains before television is even talking about it here in the valley. Have a great day.